like to talk briefly on your final coat of primer after block sanding and your choices when it comes to finish sanding that primer. After blowing off the dust, we're just going to hit it with some wax and grease remover that was put in a spray bottle like this, and we're just going to dampen the cloth. Just to pick up any dust left. And then we'll tack cloth it and give it a final coat of primer. Last, we'll hit it real quick with a tack cloth just to pick up any remaining dust. And we're just going to rub this over there real light. That's to pick up any last particles of dust. For a smooth, easy sanding final coat of urethane primer, you can mix it on the thinner side, and I'll put that mix ratio for this particular primer in the description. And this will be the second thin coat. Here's a few ways to finish sand. You can wet sand with a guide coat using a block or even your hand with 320 or 400. You can dry sand in the same way that you wet sanded but without the water, or you can use a palm sander or a DA. Since this is not a show car, we're going to be using a DA or a palm sander with 240 for all the flat areas, and we're going to be using a used piece of 240 for anything difficult with body lines or curves. We don't want to break through this nice layer of finished sanding primer. So we're just going to keep it flat, and we're going to stay away from any body lines or curves. Do all the flat areas first, then come back by hand with 240 or 320 for all the curves and body lines. To finish up, we're going to fold a used piece of DA paper, this is 240, and hit all the spots we stayed away from with the DA. And this way we won't go through any of the primer, and we'll have all the flat areas nice and flat, and this will just touch it right up. We're going to stay real light on the edges. I hope you enjoyed this video on applying a smooth final coat of primer and finish sanding. If you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.